we're 5 seconds into the show and like JJ's lost all the money already. Honestly, like JJ's antics were kind of endearing, like towards more of the beginning of the seasons. And now we're on season 4 and it's just like, okay, now you're just being really fucking annoying and stupid.
Yeah, you're ruining their
like,
lives.
Now, like, you're a terrible friend. You're making horrible decisions for everybody.
You're not a good boyfriend.
No.
And she's just like okay with it.
No,
apparently.
him like fucking
That's JJ.
Poe making it so clear that they needed that last bit of money and he just took it. I'm like, how are they not more mad?
Incredibly frustrated.
John B is just like, oh, all right, man.
They're like, sorry.
We'll handle it.
I guess we'll figure it out.
They just got $1 million and then just spent it all.
It's just gone. Meanwhile, the auction, between the auction and then taking the money.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they're like, we have property taxes. I'm like, oh my God, this is like, it is, I'm entertained, but also like laughing at the same time. And I will say, also spoiler, I guess, if you haven't watched it, but I felt like past seasons, there are some twists and turns that I'm like, oh, I actually didn't fully see that one coming. The JJ family tree thing with this old kooky guy, I felt like was so predictable. Like, I don't know, like when they were like specifically talking to him, and then there was like, oh, the daughter and the son, infant son, like whatever, like the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is gonna be something for sure. So it's I'm intrigued to see what happens because now this dude is just his dad.
Yeah.
And can't tell like what his intentions are in this scenario. They're gonna end up going to Morocco, so that seems to be part of it. But the show also really does just give me anxiety too, like seeing them, Sarah and Poe like stuck in the fucking crypt. I'm like,
the rats, crazy.
The rats, the darkness. These like evil, I just love that they just make up these like evil treasure hunters.
There's just more and more
like
every season.
Like anytime they think they're like getting away, it's like, ooh, no, there's actually this evil enterprise that's coming after the same treasure.
Would be sick if like Nicolas Cage just showed up.
Yeah.
And like they just had like a crossover of like, oh, you guys are looking for this too?
Oh, the other thing I was going to say is honestly, Rhea, I felt like you had said this seasons ago when you were like, hey, I hate to say it, but one of these characters is probably going to have to bite it, now it's so funny because they won't do it, but the show is just, all the show will do is kill off all the father figures.
They hate fathers.
They hate fathers on this show. John B's dad, dead, comes back to life, dead again.
Yeah.
Now fucking, what's his face is dead. Ward is dead. And then Terrence, who was like Cleo's father figure, dead.
They just get rid of all the fathers. And like, honestly,
fathers,
I'm not going to lie.
You're dead.
It's not hitting anymore. It's like, we're not shocked that you guys are killing the fathers off the show. We get it. You guys hate fathers. You hate Father's Day. Like, it's it. It's done. You need to kill off one of the main characters.
Somebody's gotta happen.
And you know what? There's a lot of rumors online, and I'm not sure you're in this part of the internet.
Yeah.
I weirdly am. I get fed these TikToks. I get fed these tweets. I wish I didn't. There's a part of the internet that is so onto Rudy Pankow and his girlfriend, which is like his girlfriend gets a lot of unnecessary hate from
I actually have seen some
fans
of this
show. They think that she's like ruining the show and like ruining the
like
the
ostracizing
chemistry
from him like from the group and stuff,
like ruining the chemistry between JJ and Key and like being like like she's the reason like that their chemistry is bad. It's like, no, the reason their chemistry is bad is because JJ's a horrible boyfriend. Like he actually just can't exist as a human. So that's why this is bad, not because Rudy he's an actor. He would like Madeline and Chase. Beautiful chemistry, haven't skipped a beat, they keep it going. If JJ's character was supposed to be loving towards Key, he would. I don't think that's his character.
Yeah.
But people are like so like JJ's gonna be the one to die because he's so clearly done with the show. And like, you know what? Let him. Like, we're done with him too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Honestly,
kind of shit are they making up on this?
If one of them were to like get themselves in a scenario where they could actually be killed, it would be JJ. The decisions that he makes.
Yeah, he makes poor decisions. But I mean, the part of the internet that just makes things up out of thin air is crazy, just based off photographs. Like, they just see photographs and they're like, Rudy's girlfriend. I'm like, they're just making shit up. It's like really alarming.
I'm very intrigued now of like, we'll see in the second half. I wish it was all one part, like I've said 9 million times, but Rafe is a highlight of this show for me. I think Drew Starkey is so good.
He's such a good actor.
People may disagree with that. I don't know, but like the Rafe scenes, I'm like, yes, like give me more. Like I want to know
such a good
more.
actor.
And I was cracking up because
movie with Daniel Craig coming out.
Yeah, there's some fans that are like shipping Rafe and Key, and he was asked about it, Drew Starkey, and he was like, yeah, like no, like he would be really bad for her.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a bad choice.
No, he's a great actor.
But
him and Austin North are so believable as hateable guys.
Yeah, I fucking love Topper too. Though, like Topper's like.
He's like, nice surfboard.
Like Topper's so annoying, but in such a funny way where he's just like harmless. Honestly, that girl, what a massive bitch she was, huh?
Oh my God.
They're really making these kooks really hateable. She's like running over those sea turtles and she's like, yeah, let's drift in front of the kooks. Like
her friend made a TikTok of her being like, making my friend interpretive dance to prove that she's not like her character on Outer Banks, and it was so funny.
I actually did see that. That came up on my TikTok too.
It was really funny. But
because I was like, who is this chick? And she's just came onto the scene hot.
She did. My parents called me and they were like, you know, you said that that guy who plays Topper is a nice guy. He came on your show, and that's the only reason why I won't hate him. I'm like, they're like, because we hate him so much on the show, and I'm like, he was nice when he came on the show.
You can tell that out of all the kooks, he's the one or one of the ones that like kind of knows what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, he just is. He's following along with the crazy kooks. He just can't help himself.
Yeah,
but it's Outer Banks. They give you what you're getting.
Yeah.